Zel Boy Army. Hello, welcome to another video on the channel. In this one, we are going to be reviewing the new Moments Moussa Dembele. We're going to have a look at his stats, look at how much he costs, talk about the links he's got, compare him to some other cards that might be similar in that position, and say, is he worth it? Do I recommend getting him? This isn't going to be a review where I'm going to be showing you games with him because I don't do most of the SBCs. This is just going to be me talking about the first look at the card and whether or not I think you should do him based on his price, the stats, and his links. So let's get into it. If you are not watching this live on my Twitch, then get involved on my Twitch. I'm streaming every single day on Twitch, 2 till 6 p.m. UK time, and then when new content comes out, I will stay and review it on stream. If you're watching the stream right now, give me some cards that we can compare this Moussa to. Let me know, boys. So let's look at the price first, because that always matters. It's an 86 rated team. The chemistry isn't too bad. 65 chem, 86 rated team. How much is that going to cost? 250? 200, 250k? Is that what we're saying? 200, 250k? What do we think, guys? Does that sound about right? Let's have a look at the card, though. No, not start from scratch. Right click to look at his stats. Atletico Madrid and French, by the way, as a start, is amazing. That is a very, very good start for the card. Any card that is French is going to be a lot easier to link in. Atletico Madrid have some very good players. They have Rule Breaker Jimenez, Foot Freeze Torreira, João Felix. So he's got some good links. He's a strong link to cards like Ousmane Dembele, Rafael Varane or Mendy if you want to put him back. You are not going to have any issues linking him in game. So that he's got very good chemistry. And we're looking at a card, my streamer telling me he's probably about 200k. Yeah, he's a strong link to the second informed Carrasco as well. He's very good. So his links are good. Let's have a look what we actually think of the card. So the first type of look I'm going to give, I'm thinking there's three choices for the chemistry style. A Hunter to give him 99 pace finishing, 94 shot power. A Hawk to give him, sprint speed matters more than acceleration. So you'd be having him on 98 sprint speed, 92 excel. He'd get 99 shot power, 97 finishing, 96 strength, 90 aggression. I think a Hawk's probably a bit better than a Hunter. And then the third option, don't you worry, Tudsy Bear, I was already way ahead of you on that one, is an engine. The problem with an engine is you do not get a boost to the physical or a boost to the shooting. But his shooting is pretty good. But with an engine, you're getting a massive boost to his agility, balance, and dribbling. I think it'd be 91 agility, 88 balance, 95 dribbling. It is a pretty good card, I think. His passing is good enough without an engine, but being 6 foot, I think he's got a fairly big body type in game. He might be a bit clunky without an engine. I'm not sure where I sit on this card, to be honest, because 200k, when you might have cards you could put into him, I think it's not a bad price considering how easy to link in he is. He's a link to as well to the Moments Suarez that we got recently, a free objective card that a lot of people did and liked. So it's one of the best SBCs this year I've seen in terms of he's got lots of great chemistry links. But 4-star, 4-star is good. I don't think I mentioned that. That is a good combo. But a lack of 5-star, I think this is a good value SBC. But it's one I'm like, do I really think that you should do it? I'm not sure. And without testing the card in game, I wouldn't. I'd love there to be loans for these guys. I'd love there to be loans that we could use, but I just don't think right now that I'd be willing to risk the coins in him. If you run a team that fits him in, he isn't that expensive. But I don't know. Let's look at some cards we can compare him to. Stream, any cards we can compare him to? What do you think? His passing's fine because of the key stats on the passing. If you look at his passing, vision, short pass are the main ones. Long pass at striker ain't a big deal. Does he have any traits? Outside the foot shot, that's pretty good. Okay, the new Isaac SBC, future star we got. Let's compare him to him. So Isaac has the weak foot, which is nice. He's a tradable card. Can't remember how much Isaac comes in at. Let me foot was that. Let's have a quick look. It's always good to compare prices. Isaac's coming in at 128k. So Isaac is a lot cheaper. He's like 70k cheaper. Similar pace, similar shooting, but he has the weak foot. Passing similar. I just think with this Isaac, I do think this Moussa Dembele will be better on the ball and probably a better well-rounded card because the 4-star weak foot compared to this 5-star is made up for because I think being 6'4" with much worse physical than Moussa Dembele, I think this Isaac's probably going to be quite clunky in game. And I think they're close cards, but it's much easier to link in Moussa Dembele. So I do think Moussa Dembele is a more valuable card because you're not getting any strong links at Sociedad or Sweden in that league, really. The outside the foot shot trait, for anyone wondering, it's basically in a position where they might use a weak foot. Otherwise, they'll sometimes do the outside the foot shot trait for go for a near post power. It is pretty useful at times. Benzema, you can look at his headliners. He's one of the good cards in that league. Obviously, when we're comparing the cards, we want to compare cards that are a relatively similar price and position. So the headliners Benzema is a similar price. 4-star, 4-star. He has the finesse shot, which is nice. This Benzema's probably going to be a similar level of clunkiness. Not got the balance and agility, but it's got quite a bit more dribbling. Not as good physically. Well, not a lot slower. This Moussa Dembele on paper is probably a better card than that Benzema. Even though the Benzema has a few more higher stats in some areas like the passing in particular and a bit better shooting. I'm thinking really this Moussa Dembele, when you compare him to the other La Liga options, genuinely does look relatively decent value. It's just, do you want to put your coins into him? If he had like 2 more pace, 2 more shooting, 2 more dribbling, it's 100% great value. I think this SBC is priced quite well by EA. That it's not a rip-off, but it's not a like must-have steal. I would love there to be more of those, like the Rooney one I thought was great value. But I think it's relatively decent value. Griezmann's another option we can have. Which Griezmann is the best one? So we'll compare him to the striker Griezmann. What's this Griezmann coming in at?
Yeah, boy.
Okay, this Griezmann's 400k. I think this might be a live card, is it? It's a road to the final, so this Griezmann is a live card. So that does. I think this might be like 250 to 300k if it wasn't a live card. Instantly, he has a worse weak foot, and 3-star's pretty bad. He has better traits. He's worse physically. He's a lot better on the ball and passing. He's a bit slower. So again, Moussa Dembele's value holds up. I think really, like we've seen, there's a lot of cards that we compared to. We'll compare it to someone from a different league, like Lewandowski. It's a good shout. The 93 Lewandowski. How much is this card? Let's get it up. So this is the team of the week Lewandowski. This Lewandowski is 100k more. He's got better traits with the finesse shot. He's a lot slower, but he has got a lot better shooting. Quite a lot better passing. Better dribbling. Similar-ish physicals. He's a bit worse physically. Again, pretty similar cards because of the pace. This Moussa Dembele, we've not really found a card yet that's in a good league anyway with good links. That is cheaper.
Yeah, boy.
But like I always say, guys, and I always bring it back to this, it is an untradeable SBC. So you do not want to do these unless you are certain. I don't mind. I've been very critical of a lot of SBCs EA have released this year, but I don't mind SBCs that are relatively okay price, but not absolute bargains. I just don't want them releasing SBCs that are absolute rip-offs. This Moussa Dembele, a lot of it is going to come down to, is he good in-game on the ball? Is he too clunky? I think you can fix that with an engine. Another option you could maybe do is a marksman to boost the shooting physical and the dribbling. There's a few options you've got. I think that if he fits your team, he looks relatively good value. And I don't think he'll be bad at all. It's just if he's going to be that elite player that he potentially looks he could, it's does he feel good in game on the ball. Guys, hope you've enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you do like these videos. I always try to put this type of content out for you guys to give you a little idea before the main gameplay reviewers, like people like Ozio and Marshall, Inception, put out like actual like in-game footage of the player. Let me know what you think. That's my thoughts on it. Appreciate you guys. Have a good evening.